Hey, Mark Avens here, creator of the Lean Body Breakthrough. And listen, hope you've enjoyed your weekend. I love my weekends. I get to spend time with my family, or usually around. We get to hang out, be outside, maybe be at the beach, go for bike rides, and just enjoy time together. And I wanted to, before you get started with the week ahead, before you even get into the planning, maybe you've already gotten that plan, and that's awesome if you have. But I wanted to share with you something that also happens on the weekend. At least it does for me, and I do hope that it happens for you. Maybe not on the weekends, maybe even you have some scheduled time during the week, some downtime. It's so important to get this. If you can honestly just get this part right, you will be that much further ahead of your goals, or at least your pursuit to your health and your fitness to the highest level possible. And this idea of downtime, and honestly it's more like rest and recovery during that downtime, because what happens is, of course, we're running. I mean, what do they say? You're burning the candle at both ends. When you're running so busy, and maybe the busyness adds on stress, and then the stress adds on the busyness, and then you have so many things on the list for your daily the daily tasks or jobs that you need to get done. Maybe it's going to the grocery store, doing the laundry, maybe it's getting all the stuff you need for work done, maybe it's doing yard work, whatever it is. We just tend to fill up our space. We occupy our space with busyness. And one of the things that over the years, and I've been able to, I say, develop and fine tune, and it still is a work in progress, don't get me wrong, but it's this idea of not just downtime, but just true rest and recovery. Because what I'm finding out, not just for myself, but also for several of my clients who are in their 40s, who are busy, just like myself, busy with families, busy with work, busy with just lots of things, is that the one thing that tends to just get dropped down at the bottom of the priority list is that with the idea of rest and recovery. Well, I just don't have time to rest. I don't have time to recover. I don't even have time to get to the gym. So why should I rest and recover? Well, and I'm talking beyond just going to sleep at night. And that's a whole nother topic to talk about. But I wanted to really just zero in on this idea of rest, especially if you're on a pursuit to trying to lose weight and get in better shape, trying to improve your life, and trying to really maintain your body the best it can as you get older. So particularly for you guys who are in your 40s and 50s, and maybe you're realizing the body's just achy, a little bit more achy, maybe you don't sleep as well at night, maybe you're just feeling run down, your energy levels are low. And I would say this to you, is that as you start on this pursuit, as you start maybe to eat healthier, as you start on this goal of trying to exercise more and be more active, you got to realize that one of the most crucial things you need is rest and recovery. It's super, super important. What happens on like a physiological level is when your body rests and recovers properly, is that you're allowing your body to rebuild, to repair from maybe the damage that stress does, the damage from the choices of food that you, maybe the damage from the workouts. But that true rest and recovery can allow your body to not just repair, but rebuild. Well, of course, you need some other things in place, like a healthy diet. When you provide your body with a healthy diet, that allows the food, the energy that you put into your body, go back into that recovery process. But I will say, I can say that I've seen this hundreds and hundreds of times. People are so dialed in on their nutrition, they're so dialed in on their exercise. Once they start on this pursuit, they honestly leave very little room for rest and recovery, because now they have the job that they're working at full time, and maybe their kids that they're trying to organize and keep all in track. Then they have maybe a house they're trying to take care of, in a yard, and all of the other things that go into just daily life. And then you add on top of that trying to eat healthier and prepare meals, and then you add on top of that exercise, maybe getting to the gym or getting a 20 or 30 minute workout in all at the same time. And then all of that fills all that space. It even jam packs it in a little bit more, and there's very little time for rest and recovery. So my challenge to you, in fact, it's just maybe something that hopefully if you haven't been incorporating rest and recovery in, that there's a light bulb that goes off. Now, what does that look like? It could be that you schedule in downtime, you schedule in time for yourself, you schedule in time to maybe go for a walk, maybe you schedule time to specifically read before you go to bed, or you set the alarm not later to get up later, but maybe you set alarm at night so you're going to bed instead of 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night. You're setting an alarm to go off so that you go to bed earlier at night so you get a little extra rest. And that could be sleep, but it can also be other things when you're up. It could be where you schedule a regular massage for yourself. Maybe it's once a month or more. Maybe it's a time where you just meditate and have just a downtime to yourself in quietness. All those things, that rest will very much help you in your pursuit to your goals. In fact, it's probably going to, if you haven't been incorporating rest and recovery in, it's probably going to not only be beneficial, it's probably going to accelerate your results. Think about that for a minute. If you could accelerate the results of you losing the weight and getting in better shape, don't you think that would be a very important tool to have, to actually utilize, to make sure that it does get a little bit higher up on your priority list? So listen, I struggle with it. Just so you know, it's not something that I just have it all put together. I struggle. I think about my business all the time. I think about my family. I think about all the things, exercise, trying to eat healthier, all that stuff jam-packed in together. And it does get where I forget to just have some quietness. Our phones sometimes keep us from maybe just turning off. So maybe today is not the day that you have to do it. Maybe it's during the week, and maybe you really don't have any time. Well, that would be where it would be a great idea to maybe schedule out some time. That would be my challenge for you this week, in fact, is to look at where you're spending your time. And you're like, well, I just don't have time in the day. Trust me, there is time. You just have to make it a priority to put it in that schedule of yours. So I hope this was helpful for you. Have a beautiful rest of your day today, and I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Take care and God bless.